welcome to our first new features wrap-up video of 2022 with the best improvements and additions to Prospect CRM in Q1 and Q2. My name is Izzy and I'm Head of Onboarding here at ProspectSoft. Thanks to the Prospect community, we're able to release a new version every 3 weeks, packed full of fixes, improvements and brand new features as voted for by you. So keep adding to these ideas portals and vote on existing ideas so that they get considered for future releases too. We've added a link to the portal in the description box of this video for easy access. In this video, I'll cover off highlights from the first half of 2022, so here's a quick summary of what you can expect to see. Remember, we're always updating our help docs, so we'll include links to the relevant articles in the description box below, so you can start making the most of these features now. So let's begin. For Sin7, Dear and Unleash customers, we now post the payment information into your inventory management system, making it easier to see that the order is already paid for and whether or not you need to invoice. Payment terms are used to determine when the customer needs to pay for their orders, for example 30 days or 60 days. If you use Dear, Inventory or Unleashed, you can now set up a default payment term when creating a new customer account, meaning you don't need to switch back into Dear or Unleashed to set this every single time. Receivables information is now available in Prospect CRM for our QuickBooks Online customers. Whether you use QuickBooks as your main inventory system or you use a dedicated inventory system such as Sin7 and QuickBooks Online for your accounts, you'll get the age receivables information. If you use a dedicated inventory system though, you'll need to set QuickBooks Online up as a secondary connection. Just a few easy steps to follow in our guide linked below. Simply navigate to any company in your CRM and click the Age Receivables page to see a full list of invoices and display outstanding invoices to chase up. You can even open up the invoice in QuickBooks Online with just a click of a button. If you use Xero for our accounts instead, you can have this too. We've linked it to an article on how to set up Xero as your secondary connection if it's not your primary integration already. With Xero, we also pull in balance information, plus extra sales invoice data too. You can now search for a contact when creating a new Unleash customer account in Prospect CRM to pass through with the new account. This is ideal for Unleash customers who need the contact info for the billing and shipping process. Orders now appear in the activity feed with a link to view the order in the inventory management, accounting system or the originating quote if possible, from which you can then also link to the inventory management or ERP order. These orders will appear in the activity timeline at the point of the order was taken in the inventory management or accounting system, or if that system doesn't include a time element in the order date, then at the beginning of that day instead. Now, when you confirm a quote or a sales order from Prospect CRM to Dear Inventory, the contact's name will push through into Dear Inventory, adding it to the order. This will make shipping information more accurate and automated. Before, the Deliver To was left blank, meaning you had to manually add it in Dear. It has also previously caused issues for those who have shipping software integrated to Dear. For Unleashed and Dear Inventory users, an option has been added to calculate some dashboard tiles using revenue, so invoice value, instead of order value where appropriate. Simply change your settings by following the steps in the article below. An option has now been added to post the CRM Salesperson field into the Dear Inventory Salesperson field when confirming orders into Dear Inventory. We've now added a new field on a quote called Memo. This field is pushed to Dear Inventory's memo field and to Unleash's comments field when an order is confirmed. This means you can add specific info about the order that might be useful for the production team to know about. Then see this info in Dear or Unleashed when the order is confirmed. We are now importing and displaying the balance field, how much they're allowed to buy without paying, and the overdue field, which is a calculation of all outstanding invoices, alongside other details from Xero, Unleashed, Sin7 or Dear Inventory, where Xero is connected as the secondary connection. These two fields are also available in reports using the sales ledger entity. This is really useful information for the sales team in particular, so they are no longer needing to log in to Xero to check for this information. Want to exclude your B2C contacts from your RFM analysis and sales reports? These tiles appear on the Prospect CRM dashboards, so it's definitely worth excluding B2C data if you want to avoid distorting your B2B sales data. Follow the steps in the article below on how to start excluding these. We are really excited about the new goals feature in Prospect CRM. Setting goals is an important part of being successful, and after all, what gets measured gets done. Our first goal type includes sales by customer and by account manager. Simply enable the goals feature in the settings center first, then start setting your goals in Prospect. Just note that this feature is in preview at the moment, which means we are still making improvements to it. In the future, we'll be looking to expand this functionality to include other goal types too. Need to undo a customization? Mistakes happen. So we've added a way to restore your customization history to a previous version. Date and timestamps help you to know when customizations were made, and a handy preview button against each version means you can check it out before rolling that back. We've recently made a couple of small but mighty changes to our campaign activities in our latest release. Splitting up a campaign activity is really useful, particularly for businesses who evenly divide calling workload for telemarketing or telesales teams. Or it could be useful if you want to control the send dates of an email campaign by sending to just a small percentage of the audience rather than everyone all at once. Before, you could only split by number of contacts, but now you can split by company too. Taking the telemarketing example, splitting by company instead will mean different callers don't get different people from the same company on their list. You can also exclude members of another campaign activity. This means you can now choose to eliminate people via the campaign activity filters if they're in another specific campaign activity. For example, this would be handy for businesses who are sending a similar promotion or discount for an email campaign as one they sent recently, and want to ensure that they've removed anybody that has already received that previous one. Quote order workflow buttons, also known as accept and reject buttons, can now be added to PDF quote documents, so that includes Word and PDFs, not just the covering email. Adding these buttons to these documents will mean your customers can open a quote document and click approve and then make payment. So why not start adding these buttons to your docs now and take more orders in less time? Use the magic matrix and campaign activities to effortlessly build awareness to your customers about products they've not bought before or aren't aware of. Integrating your CRM tools like MailChimp makes it easy to send out great-looking marketing campaigns, then see how recipients engage with your campaign back in the CRM, where sales teams can then identify potential opportunities. It's the ultimate cross-selling tool. You can even see how well you're doing at cross-selling your different products to a particular customer, along with the progress, either aware or interested, with products that you're trying to sell to them. Tailor your magic matrix to show specific product categories and even filter your results by specific RFM segments, company types, and account managers to reveal customers who have bought from those products from you before. Have an opportunity logged for them in Prospect already. Are aware you sell those products because you've already sent marketing campaigns to them about it, and those who are totally unaware that you sell those products, so should be targeted in a marketing campaign. In the description box of this video, we've linked to our hub of Magic Matrix articles to get you started. Keep in mind that this feature is still in preview, which means we are still adding to it, tweaking it, and all round perfecting it. So definitely leave us feedback as you use it. On to some of the best enhancement we've made recently to reports. The My and Shared Reports groups have been replaced with Other Reports and All Reports to make reports easier and quicker to find. Organise your reports into report groups as soon as you save them. You'll now be able to specify which report group you want to save the report into, so they're stored into a logical place for other users to find easily. On any report you're building or amending, you can now search for a specific field by name quickly and easily. Although the entity tree view still provides the clearest, most logical way to navigate through your CRM data, this handy search lets you find a field super fast and is especially useful when you're not where in the tree it appears. When you're creating a new report, it's always easy to know which entity to start from, and of course, if you don't choose the right base entity, the report just isn't going to give you the data you expect. So, to help with this, the initial selection window has been enhanced to display a description of each entity and a preview of the first 10 rows of data in that table. This should give you a better idea of which entity contains the data you are looking for. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next one.